Alright. Shalom, shalom, shalom. What's up, bro?
Shalom,
What's up,
shalom.
tribe? Chief Gabriel here in the building. You know what time it is. We're going to open it up with the Hebrew prayer. Abanawa, Shabbat, Shemayim, Kordash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh. Malak Wafka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Haya, Isha, Ba'arataza, Kawo, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathan Lanawa, Lakum, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak Nawa, Kabawaf Yanawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawaf Yanawa, Wala'a, Tabayanawa, Ban Nasayawan, Above, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rai Kayai Laka, Hamalak Wa'ala, Wahataya Paraf, Wa'ala Walamyam, Shalawam.
Shalom.
Shalawam.
Shalom. Shalom. So I guess today we'll be here talking about the pronouns, right? We done already went over the letters, right? So when we think about pronouns, kind of similar to the English language, but of course much more different, right? So a pronoun is a word that is used instead of a noun or a noun phrase. Now, pronouns refer to either a noun that has already been mentioned or to a noun that does not need to be named specifically, right? So we have our list over here. We have I, you, and notice with you, there is a masculine and a feminine way of spelling it, right? Then we have he, she, we, they, and they as well, because they can be referring to either male or female, right? And then remember always that the rule is, since Hebrew is a masculine dominant language, if there is one male present among females, then their whole context of verbiage is used in a masculine tone, right? Chief, you want to go ahead and read off the words in the Hebrew for the word I? So we have I.
Let me shift it over to him. For the word I, so for the word I, we have Anya. That's how you would pronounce it. You would pronounce it as Anya. And this is how you would write it out in our language. So you would start with the Na, and Ha. So as you see, he joined, this is the and he enjoined the Na and the Ha. So when he enjoined them two, it basically cut off the last the 8 of this ha sound. Ya sound, Salakia. Ha. Ya.
Con, and we move down to the U.
You, if I would say you, I would say atha. And again, this is how he writes it out in Hebrew. It'll be this the X looking symbol, letter, character, that's the tha. And again, he put the tha with another character, which is the ha. So tha. So let's just say we break, if he didn't have it together, it would be tha, ha. But he has it all together. So that makes it a tha, all together in one. And this is the masculine way of saying it. Down, you has you. The same as the feminine is going to be the feminine way of saying it. You will pronounce it the same way, which is a tha, but this is the feminine way of saying it. So the tha, you won't add the ha on the end. So if we were writing, if I were talking to a female and I was writing a letter, this is how I would say, what are you doing? I would use the feminine you. Versus if I was writing Chief Gabriel a letter, I would use the masculine you. And I'll write it out as you see here on the screen. So down to he. He is Hawa'a. Hawa'a. And he also can mean it. This is your ha, your wa, and your ah. Ha, wa, ah. And this is how you will pronounce it. Ha, wa, ah. So this ha is this ha. The wa is this character. The ah is the first character, is this character. And that's for all of your language. The ah is this language, is this character. The na is, well, it joins with the two, as you can see, is underlined. So we're going to skip down to she. She is haya'a. Haya'a. So if I say she, you would say haya'a, versus he would be hawa'a. And also, like I say, you could use he for, well, it also. Hawa'a can be also for it also. So she, haya'a, is she. There's your ha, there's your ah, your ya, and there's your ah. We, anak, nawa. Anak, nawa. So the ah, so here, this is the ah. This is your ah. This is your na. And for this character na in our alphabet is this letter. So this is one. That's what I'll do. I'm just gonna leave that up just so everybody could understand. So let's just say this is one. This is two under the na. This is three for the ka. And na is four. And the wa is the fifth character. So here, let's see how many characters we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So do you see how I broke it down? The ah, and we have 5. And when you sound it out and you really listen to it, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have the ah, nak, nawa. So this is the one for the ah. The na is 2, this is 3, this is 4, Salakia, and this is 5. So everything, if you could match it up, if you just look at the numbers, that ah is this is how you will pronounce that letter. Let's just go all the way to the end. The wa. That's the fifth letter. That is how you will pronounce the wa in the Hebrew Ibaryath. Let's go down to they. Well, I'm sorry, anak nawa. I just want to finish up. We have the ah. This is the na. Number 3 is the ka. And number 4 is the na. And number 5 is the wa. Anak nawa. And you must pronounce number 3 with the it comes from the back of your throat. You must pronounce, it's not ka, because you could get, if you just say ka without the you must pronounce the like you're almost about to spit. And you must pronounce that because you could get characters mixed up. For instance, let's just say ka. Ka versus ka. There's a whole difference. Ka is how we would pronounce it from the back of our throat. Ka. Ka. So here we ask they. Anything you want to put in on that, Chief? So we have the letter, the word they. They is ham. But this is the masculine way of saying it. Ham is the masculine way. So you would put an M on it. So this letter, let's say the ha, and these are enjoined. So this letter is ha, and this is ma. So ham. We're gonna enjoin those two. If it wasn't enjoined, it would be ha ma. So once we enjoin those two, it's ham. So I don't produce the ma sound. I don't say ha ma. No, because it's a word now. I enjoined it and it's ham. Next word is they. If I would pronounce they, and it's the same word as it's the feminine way of saying it. So they in the feminine way is han. So instead of the M, you has the na. So the ma and the na. So if you was talking about a group of females, you will say, let's just say look at they. You would say look at they. Let me see if I can use a better explanation. Let me see if I can write a sentence.
How about they are home?
They are home. Okay, that's a good one. Let's take it for instance. So I'm gonna say they are home. Chief Gabriel said they are home. Now, if it was females I was talking about, I'll say han. No, I'll say yeah. Not I thought they home. But yeah. R.
Is home.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the R. I don't believe we have an R. It's similar to something like is. They home.
Right, it was part of the they home.
They home. So Han Bayat. Bayat is house. They is Han. Is a female group that is home that I'm talking about. Now if it was a male group, I'll take that away and say Ham. Ham Bayat. That way you know off top Ham is a masculine way. So the they that I'm talking about, it must be a masculine, a man, or a group of boys, or a group of men. Because ham. You want to intervene, Chief?
All right, yeah. So that's all we got for our pronouns today. Check us back. We'll start moving into possessive adjectives and possessive pronouns. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Oh, and one more thing. Yeah, it's cool though. We still. One more thing I just wanted to touch on that Chief Chief had up. And what it is the pronouns. A pronoun is a word that is used instead of a noun or noun phrase. Pronouns refer to either a noun that has already been mentioned or to a noun that does not need to be named specifically. Just wanted to put that in there. Shabbat Shalom. Well, it's not Shabbat today, but Shalom, Shalom. You know, we're going to keep it moving.